Hi guys, sorry to inundate you with videos, but I have to do this because a parcel turned up this morning. Nostalgic, and I don't know, just not expected much from it really, and got 10 times more. So, without further ado, let's open this up. Like I say, I did know this was coming, and I do know who it's off, and I must say, I was actually quite taken back by the generosity, the thought. It will be, you know, something will be getting returned, you know, probably not to account for what's in here, but just in general. So here we go. So packaging out of the way. Fucking hell. Right, so this is off Nick Berry, right? Not more games, Nick Berry. I think he's just sent me his entire stock. He must be jacking it in. No, this is a bit unbelievable actually, Nick. Thank you very much. But it's all stuff I'm gonna need and I will use. So I'm gonna start off with this Saturn Controller. God, it's solid. That it's better than the actual Saturn. Controls a game set LMP, so it's like well, I think it's like a clone or replica of a Saturn joypad, but it's so solid. So that's that. Nick, this is really good of you, mate. Honestly, really good of you. I don't know what it is because it's in Japanese. It looks fucking ace. It's a repro, but I'm absolutely cool with that because it's fucking solid. I didn't even know you could get repro Saturn games. Do you think they'll ever do like a mini Saturn with the games loaded on, or some kind of disc with a, you know? There's got to be a way around it. I can't believe there's not been one. But that is top, mate. And the game looks brilliant. It's like a 2D. Actually, it looks familiar. I don't know what it is. You won't be able to see probably because of the reflections. Well, that's fantastic. A Saturn game. Japanese. There's a note in here. A note on Millennium Falcon note paper. That's really nice, Nick. I've read that. Cheers for that, pal. Bloody hell. Mega Games 1. How does that look? What is it about Mega Drive boxes? So Mega Games 1. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, bloody hell. Thunder Force 3. It's these are repros, but I love box repros because they're so vibrant. Says, I've only ever seen this. I always thought the graphics on this looked absolutely fantastic, but I never owned it. So that's Thunder Force 3. Top that. Can't wait to play that. Right up my street. Oh shit. Right up my street. Nick, your game's just crushed me Spectrum. Nick, where did you get Star Wars a notepad? Brilliant. Got the Millennium on there as well. Oh, I've seen this. Such a bizarre game. Corporation. Now this, I think this came out just after I sort of, as you do as a youngster, you sort of, you know, you start going out to the pub and you sort of fall out. You try and act grown up, don't you? And you sort of fall out of your consoles and video games. And actually, no, I was a lot older when this came out, but I think nightlife sort of took over. Not having some kind of big party goer, but like just trying to socialise, if you like. No, I did socialise, but I sort of like, we all sort of come apart, drift away from consoles and video games for a bit, don't we? Or I did for a little while, and then PS1, and that brought me back in. But yeah, I remember this coming out. I'm sure this came out 92. Yeah, so around that time, I probably didn't touch video games for around maybe 3 years, to be honest with you. And it wasn't till like I was 21, 22 when I got a SNES. I still had my Mega Drive, and I got a SNES from Rumbelows and got rid of my Mega Drive. I actually don't know what I did with my Mega Drive. I don't know if you could even sell anything back then, anywhere selling it. There was no social media, which I suppose is, I'm not a massive fan of social media. I love Instagram, but I don't like the background of it, the story of where it's going and how it's got there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Corporation. I've seen this on a few YouTubers' channels. I always like the box. So yeah, Corporation. Put that on there before it falls again. Bloody hell, Nick. It's me right low, dear. Jesus Christ, I had this. Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. I officially own a Dreamcast game again. I've not owned one. It might be hitting 20 years since I've owned anything Dreamcast. There's some ace about Dreamcast, isn't there? But yeah, Sonic Adventures. Seeing that, it was so unique at the time. That's fantastic, thank you. And then we've got, now I never had this, another Dreamcast game. Nick, I know what you're doing here. You're enticing me into every other console that's available on the planet, aren't you? But that is MSR. Now, I had Tokyo Drift, which came out, I bought a bundle when I bought my Dreamcast from Curry's or Dixon's, wherever I got it from. And I bought it in a bundle, and MSR wasn't released. So I got Tokyo Drift. Now, Tokyo Drift looked really nice. It's sort of the first time that streetlight reflections were really clear, almost metallic. And I remember this coming out, and I was actually put off getting any more car games playing Tokyo Drift, because even though it was fantastic, they were really limited. to what you could do in a game, if you know what I mean. It's quite hard to explain, and I think that was the thing with some video game, like Dreamcast games back then. They were the peak of that technology and looked absolutely fantastic, but when it came to the depth, it was like the Shenmue had, that was the first sort of, for me, proper open world, like proper open world, even though it wasn't. And I think that's what I was looking for at the time, and the card games couldn't provide it. But now, these are ideal because these are just fun. So that's MSR. Thanks again, Nick. I don't care if this is a clone or not, but this is a game. Jamie Kit, out there in Japan, do you remember me and you working in Leeds and talking about this? You told me about this game, and I've never played it since you mentioned it back in 2003. And that is Sega Saturn's Radiant Silver Gun. Now that is something I'm going to really look forward to playing. Nick. Nick, this is brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. This will make me buy you know this. You know this is going to make me buy a Saturn. You know that's going to make me buy a Saturn. I'll get one. So again, now, I think it's another Saturn Controller. I've never seen one of these. It looks like a Saturn Controller. What are you saying there? Oh, wow, I'll tell you. Media plus. New useful controls. Cheers, mate. Yep. They'll be very useful. Thank you very much. And there's another quick flash of Radiant Silver Gun. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. No way, Dylan Moran live now. If you're familiar with Shaun of the Dead, Dylan Moran is the pain in the arse in the whole film. I've never seen his stand-up. I'm really curious to see what this guy's like. The thing is, he sort of typecast himself for me. He's just so fucking obnoxious in Shaun of the Dead. Actually, I've seen him in a couple of things. It might have been a TV show. Very small parts. But we're actually curious to see what he's like as a stand-up. This will be interesting. Again, thanks very much, Nick. Whoa. Now this. Right, okay. It's a repro, but it's one. You know, I really want cotton. I think I've had this on another platform. It's only been right. So I bought a Saturn late 90s off early 2000s, late 90s off a guy out in Vancouver, and I got the Victor Saturn, and it turned up with that entire heap of games, and cotton was on there, and this was, so I only had the disc. It was not the what do you call it? No case with it. I got a pile of discs, no cases. So that was brilliant. I had a bit of a problem. I couldn't get the game started, not because they didn't work. I couldn't have a game my way around the, you know, it was all in Japanese. The sort of, you know, start menu. Well, that's fantastic. And this is all this stuff you sent me here, mate, is just brilliant. It's right up my street. What the hell is this? Now this is weird. Beautiful South. I've been talking to a guy at work, Wilkie, about Paul Eaton recently. He booked to see him in concert in 2019, and because of COVID and whatnot, it's still not happened, and he still doesn't know when it's going to happen. So it could be 2022 at this rate, but that's brilliant. Now, I was a big House Martins fan back in the day. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about Beautiful South other than what's charted, but this will get a watch, and it's always nice to have on as a bit of background sound within the 4x6 Timber Amusement Centre. So that's great. Nick, this is a fantastic bundle of stuff. You know, there is some serious gems in there, and I really do appreciate you sending me this. And it's fantastic. It inspires me to keep going and bulk out the 4x6 Timber Amusement Centre, because that's what it's coming, aka Mike's Shed. Nick, you're a legend. Nick, you also will have a Grandioso t-shirt heading your way, mate. I wish I could give you something else, actually, you know, to compensate for the amount you give me here. But this is brilliant. To have a couple of Dreamcast games back in the collection, what you're doing to me, mate. It's like you're passing on the baton. But that's fantastic. I do appreciate it. So it's a late night one. That's me done for now. A big thank you to Nick Berry, Not More Games, Nick Berry. Check out his channel. I'll try and remember to put his link in the comments or whatever you do. I have done it before. I just don't know the. I can't remember the. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, thanks again, and thank you lot for joining in and visiting me at Mike's Shed. Good night and take care. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.